So one of the things that Neural DSP does is on the Cortex Cloud, they'll do what they call staff picks, which are these curated lists of presets and captures and things that are just kind of good examples of what the quad cortex can do and just kind of things that they want to bring your attention to. Most of these are presets. There are a few things in here that are captures, and recently they did a set of captures that they call low gains. And you can see here, there's a list here that they've pulled together. And I wanted to check these out and kind of see what I thought about these captures and try them out. So I put together a preset that brings all these together. So let's go ahead and close that. So here's my preset here. You can see here we have all the captures downloaded from the Cortex Cloud. I've just thrown a little plate reverb here at the end. So the mix is at 25%, so not super high, just some ambience. The other thing you'll notice is all of these captures are amps with cabs included. Historically, I've not been the biggest fan of captures that bundle in the cabinet with them. I always prefer amps that are captured as DI, so then you can use your own IRs and kind of tweak the sound as you see fit. You know, captures that have the cabinets included, you're dependent on not only what cabinet they're using, but what mic they're using, where they're placing the mic, all the preamps for the mic. So there's a lot that goes into kind of capturing a good sound from an amp and cabinet. And I think it's easier to capture an amp DI, and then you can add whatever IR you want. And there's tons of great IRs out there to use, or you can use the cabs on the Quad Cortex themselves, which are pretty good, and you can play around with what mics and placements you want. So I'm not the biggest fan of captures that include cabs, but these do, and we're going to check them out. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to turn this off. This one is the 2-Rock. And I was excited to check this one out. I'm always excited to check out some of the 2-Rock captures. I will say, though, that typically I've always been kind of disappointed by 2-Rock captures that I found in the Cortex Cloud. They never sound as good as I hope a 2-Rock amp would sound. You know, never having really played a 2-Rock in real life, you know, this is always my chance to see, okay, how is it going to sound on the Quad Cortex? As one of the reasons that I wanted to get the Quad Cortex is the chance to try these captures of all of these kind of more expensive gear that I'm never going to own. And for today's demo, what I'm playing is I have my Paul Reed Smith SE Pulse guitar. Right now, both pickups are in humbucking mode, but we'll try some single coil modes as well. So here's the 2 Rock Malibu. I'm on the neck, and I'm in humbucker mode. So not a bad sounding amp. It's kind of muffled sound. You know, it's overall, I'm not loving this capture. It's just a little too muffled. It lacks a little bit of presence. So let's move on. Here's a Marshall. Go to the bridge pickup. So again, not my favorite. Seems, I don't know, maybe it needs more mids. No. Again, there's just something off about it. You know, it's using a 1x12 cabinet. Maybe be better through a 4x12. Again, it'd be nice to make that choice for ourselves, wouldn't it? So let's move on. Here's a Supro. That's a little bit better. Let's try single coil, and let's throw an RC booster in front of it. This one's better. Still not something I would really gravitate towards. Let's see what we got here. This is a Black Cat, I believe. So this one has a little more kind of clarity to it, which I like. That one's pretty good. Let's try an RC boost in front of that. It's pretty good. There's a lot of kind of treble bite to this capture, though. I wish it was a little bit warmer. So let's try, actually, I've got a Nobel here. So that's pretty nice. Again, I wish the EQ and the amp had a little more warmth to it, but it sounds pretty good. So let's go ahead and turn that off, and we will move on. So Badger, I'm not sure what amp this is. SAS Badger GP pushed. Not too bad. So we can do this easier. So definitely kind of a cool sound, different than typically I would go for. I'm not sure I would use this capture a lot, but it's an interesting sound, and I think it might sit really well in a mix. All right, let's move on. Oh, Studiotone Crunch. That's pretty nice. I mean, the amp on its own isn't super great, but let's try giving it some pedals. Let's try giving it a pedal and see how it sounds. That's pretty nice. Let's try the Nobel. You can roll off the guitar a little bit. looks pretty good. I like that. I think that's my favorite capture so far. Here's the same amp, but on a clean setting. Let's hit the boost. And with a no bell. Yeah, these Studiotone captures, I think, are my favorite so far. And lastly, we've got this Fender Princeton. Let's check it out. It's a nice tone. I think volume push on this is a little too much. Again, I think of all of these Studiotones here are kind of my favorites. Nice pedal platform. So overall, I guess I would say I'm not in love with any of these captures. I don't know that I would choose to use them over, say, the Mesa Lone Star model that's in the Quad Cortex. But there's some usable ones in here. I think the Studiotone ones sound really good. The Fender's not bad. The Supro's okay. This Batcat one is nice too. It has a very specific tone to it, but I was pretty disappointed in the 2-Rock and the Marshall, especially the 2-Rock. I was hoping for more there. I don't know why that sounds so muffled. I'm not really doing anything other than just running them into a reverb and out. So there's no EQ settings here. There's nothing going on. Anyway, you can definitely go grab these captures off the Cortex Cloud. They're right there on the front page under the picks, under the low gain list. Download them and try them out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So I hope you found this interesting. Let me know in the comments below if this is something you'd like me to do pretty regularly in terms of going through some of the staff picks from Neural and seeing if there's any in those that stand out to me. I'd be happy to do it. It's something that I like to do every once in a while, just as kind of looking for new ideas and kind of new devices and things like that to try out. So let me know if you'd like to see that more often. Anyway, thanks for watching.